As the Rippaverse continues to rack up those numbers, the far extreme left continue to run interference, and PayPal continue to hold Ripper's money for ransom.
$1 million.
The anticipation of the book itself continues to build more and more. The latest update just released by the man himself, looking at potentially mid to late September before any of us get our hands on the material.
I respect what he's done. The new overthrows the old.
I, for one, am counting down the days. And as I've said in some of my other videos, this is the first time I have purchased and will be reading a comic book in like nearly 25 years. And I'm not the only one looking forward to it. You only have to have a quick glance online to see the incredible artwork on display from comic book fans across the world coming together to post some superb renditions of characters that have been revealed so far. Oh, and just to take a steaming dump on the media's go-to excuse when it comes to their badly constructed, poorly stitched together female characters being rejected by mainstream fandom, and rightly so. Doesn't appear to be a problem at all with superpowered women. It really is super cool to see a fandom uniting as one. No wonder the left-wing media hate it so much. Anyway, I thought it'd be pretty fun just to kind of speculate on what some of the possible character interactions are and who these people are themselves and how they fit into the overall plot, whatever that plot is. And although a live adaptation is a long way off, some fun casting choices that I would make. That's towards the end. For now, who are Alpha Core? Now, my first impression when I saw this trio revealed, which I'm sure was the same for at least a few of you, these three comic book classics, Superman 2. But are they actually villains of the piece? I'm not too sure. What I'm pretty sure of is that they're X-Set, which is the Rippaverse's version of mutants. That said, think about the title that they've been given, Alpha Core, which kind of speaks to me of a mercenary group, some kind of law enforcement, classic first line of defense kind of thing. Pretty much a given the guy in the foreground is the leader. Definitely got a General Zod thing going. I'd say at minimum his abilities are super strength and flight. Woman on the left, his left, our right, be wearing some kind of powered suit, some kind of energy manipulation. Now she's always pictured being carried by one of the others, so I think I can go ahead and presume safely that she can't fly. You know, couldn't fly, still a badass, Flora. Yes, to me one of the highlights of Man of Steel. Strong, graceful, sophisticated. Most definitely the kind of woman you'd find yourself needing to... What? Where? Oh. Both have a clear, no-nonsense thing going on about them. I'd imagine they'll be cropping up continuously throughout the book, bringing nothing but bad news every time for our hero. Now, the other dude on the left, our left, his right, I'm not too sure about. Maybe just a regular soldier from the main core team. Then again, he obviously can fly. Maybe the tech guy of the trio, relying more on strategic combat than fisticuffs. Then we have fan favorite Yara, a nail-polished middle finger to the left-wing media nutjob. Continuously get it wrong when it comes to what they think men think about strong female women. Here's a hint.
You know nothing.
Definitely falling under the category of X-Set. Yet to be determined whether she's either friend or foe to our main hero ISOM. Though cover 2 kind of gives it away that she'll be definitely going toe to toe with him regardless. Her power baseline seems to be either plasma or electricity. In addition to that, is it projectile based like Storm or more transformative like Electro from the Spider-Man movie? Either way, my prediction is she'll be one of the next 2 books to be announced by the end of the year. Shout out to Caleb for the awesome animation.
I fucking love it, man.
Then we have Santuan, man described as being built like a tank. Yeah, I much get that impression just by looking. Now he's also shown to be going toe to toe with our hero. Something tells me definitely more foe than friend. Not sure if he's like a bodyguard or just a bruiser with something to prove. But something tells me it's not the first time him and Isom have gone toe to toe. Then we have Avery's sister, Altona, presumably calls him at the beginning of the story. Looking to the disappearance of a friend of hers, last seen in the whereabouts of this this man, Darren Fontaine, an old friend of Avery. Somewhere along the line he chose to take a different path. Now described as a cold-blooded shot caller, one of the most feared men in the city. If he says jump, you say how high. Should be interesting to see what happens when he's thrown back together with his best, well, one-time best friend, Avery. Especially as they're on opposite sides of the moral compass. Did they have some kind of a fallout before? Is that somehow connected to ISOM turning his back on his time being a hero? Speaking of the hero, it's good to see a black man being represented as just that, a black man. Not a social justice tool, not a caricature, not a rapping Asgardian, speaks in a kind of verse that would make Shakespeare roll in his grave. Not a black man walking around in a white man's clothes pretending to be him.
Whoa. But no, he took it? He just took it? The little brother walked the next and took your suit. Is that possible?
Yeah, you can do better.
Suffering from an extreme case of identity crisis. No, an original black character, which is what black people have been asking for all these years, which Marvel and DC refuse for the most part to give us. Ask yourself why. Now what I'm gathering is that he's more the reluctant hero in this story rather than someone who's out to prove a point or make a name for himself. Kind of been there, done that, figured it's not quite for him, yet somehow has been brought back against his wishes and better judgment into the fold again, which creates quite an interesting dynamic for a superhero. Now look, this is just me having a bit of fun, alright, it ain't that deep. Naturally you can't cast comic book adaptation when you don't even have a proper grip of what those characters are. I get it. That being said, some people clearly didn't. Anywho, in the spirit of having fun, I thought I might as well. I'll follow up an official casting video once I have read the book. For now, I'm just going by gut instinct. And my gut instinct tells me potential actress who could potentially play the role of Altona, Avery's sister, is up-and-coming actress Kiki Lane. Don't let her looks fool you. She's no stranger to action, should the role require it. Santuan, you know, the guy who's built like a tank. Sure, we could do the whole Peter Jackson force perspective thingy, you know, to bring him to life. However, upon searching the internet, I actually found a living tank. Someone in the WWE goes by the name of Omus. Role of Darren Fontaine, I've gone for an actor who's sure to blow up as the years go by. Jonathan Majors, already making a big splash in the MCU as villain Kang the Conqueror. This guy's got enough charisma and range to get the job done. Then we have Yaira, fellow accept. I picked an actress relatively new to the scene, supermodel come actress, Anna's Sasha Luss. And for the roles of two members of Alpha Corps whose faces we can see, I've gone for Bloodshot's Isa Gonzalez. And playing somewhat against type, Reacher's breakout star, Alan Richardson. Finally, playing the title man himself, an actor who embodies the very essence of what the character is about. He was born to play a name that even comes into consideration. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you absolute one and only choice, Ryan Gosling. You see how ridiculous it is when you flip it the other way? You social justice muppets. My number one actor of choice is in fact Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. Surely this guy is a superstar in the waiting. He's got the look, the acting chops, the screen presence, he's got it all. I say let the campaign begin right now. Well, that's kind of it for me for now, at least, until I get my hands on the book. What's your predictions on the storyline? Who'd you cast as who? Drop a comment down below, let a brother know, and I'll see you all next time.